Alright, this is my first vlog with all of my new equipment, same equipment, new setup. So we'll see how this all goes. I did a test, so everything should be good. But this is my first extended test, so let's do it. We're going to talk about today a little something that it's a very controversial topic. Motorcycle tire plugs. People talk about this and talk about this and talk about this and talk about this and talk about this. Well, I'd always been in the mindset that if I ever got a hole in my tire, I'd plug it and just ride with it. That I would, ride it until the tire wore out on just staying under, 70 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour. I think the service manual or the manual for my bike says 80 miles an hour. If you plug a tire, I think it actually says that right in the menu. So I'd stay under whatever that says, and ride it. But then I really thought about it, and I had been in this mindset for months. Okay, this is just I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. But I really thought about it, and I said to myself, is it really worth $140? That's what a new rear tire would cost me for the ones I like. Is it really worth that to not have the peace of mind of knowing I don't have a plug in my tire? Because I really did a lot of research on tire plugs and how they work and blah 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 blah. And although they're a good thing and everything, a motorcycle tire, the way a motorcycle tire is constructed, there is somewhat of a chance that they could come out kind of more than a car tire. And so I really thought about it, and I said, is it really worth the risk? Is it really worth my life for $140? And really it's a little less than that, sort of, because I'm still getting life out of the old tire, so I still got something out of the old tire. Like right now, my rear tire has 3,000 miles on it. So let's say that you got a hole in it. Well, actually no, it's probably got more like 4,000. Let's say you got a hole in it. It's not like I'm really losing $140 for the tire, because I actually got a lot of life out of the rear tire that's on there. But anyway, so so that's the thing. I don't know. I was thinking about it, and I'm not sure. I'm really not sure now, I guess, what I would do. Because on one hand, I trust the plug, but do I trust it with my life? I don't know. I cannot say that I trust. I've used tire plugs in cars and ATVs and all that kind of stuff, and I've never had a problem. But even in an ATV with all that going on, I've never had a problem. But I just don't know that I trust it in my motorcycle tire. I don't know. So that's something that I've thought about a lot lately. Obviously, everybody has different opinions about this, but I think something that everybody can agree on is that it's better to have a tire that has no plug in it. And I think that's kind of what it defaults to. Is it's like, even you can't. It's easier to justify the good thing than it is to justify the bad thing, so to speak. So I don't know what I would do. I really can't say anymore that I would just be like, oh, plug it. Because I plug it to get wherever I needed to go. I wouldn't be afraid of that. If I was on a, I don't know, if I was on a 1,000-mile trip, I'd run that plug tire as long as I knew I plugged it well. I'd run that no problem. I wouldn't be afraid to do that. But I don't know that I want to keep riding it. I'm not sure. So luckily, I haven't gotten any flats. I haven't poked through my tires at all, which is a good thing, obviously. And I'm gonna try to keep it that way. The roads I ride on, which you see, they're not for the most part too dirty. They're not all crapped up. There's not a whole lot that really falls out of trucks and stuff. For the most part, they're pretty clean roads. So, but that doesn't mean you couldn't hit a nail anywhere. But for the most part, I'm not on inner city streets that are kind of all garbaged up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful for that. But anyway, motorcycle tire plugs, and I guess that's the thing, is it's just situations, you're going 80 down the highway, pushing the limits, whatever, and do you really want to find out the hard way that tire plug's not going to hold? I don't know. I don't know. I've never run a plugged motorcycle tire, so I really can't. I can't say from experience, and I can't say from anybody else either. So I mean, I've never heard of somebody who's had problems with the tire plug in a motorcycle. Then again, I barely know anybody who's done it. So at the same time, I can't even really justify it that way. So I don't know. It's kind of a touchy subject. One that I personally don't have an answer for. But I don't know. I think that if you're comfortable with whatever it is, and I guess it comes back down to like who's on your bike. Is it just you, or do you ride with your wife all the time? Do you ride with your kids? You know, if you're taking your 8-year-old on your bike, I'm telling you what, if I had an 8-year-old, I'd be freaking putting tires of Kevlar tires in the damn thing. You know, so I mean that's just the way that it is. So you know, I think that changes things too. Who you're riding around.